1721 actually. Yeah, this kobold goes down. He's incapacitated as you basically slice his head off. Alright.
It's only a flesh wound.
'Tis only a flesh wound. Oi!
Would I be able to pick up that torch and bring it over to Aachen? Would that be able to free movement to pick up that torch?
Sure, as part of it would probably be considered an action doing it, but I don't care. I really don't care. You know me, so yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, when you guys switch lanes and stuff, make sure you guys do that, please. Oh, nice! Look at that, and you pick up the torch as well, and you can hand it off as a free action.
I don't know how to pick that thing up, but just have it move it over to him.
Sure. So where do you can go ahead and move that.
I'm going to give it right to Aachen.
Okay, so it's going to be right on Aachen now. So.
Yep.
Yeah, just move it whenever it's your turn. Dorothy, you're up. You could probably. You don't have any. I'm sorry, Dorothy. You don't have any more throwing axes because you still have your other attacks still. You don't have any throwing axes, do you? Okay.
He's 25. It'd be at disadvantage with Markish. I do have some hammers, but I'm not gonna try.
Okay. All right, Dorothy. Sorry about that, Dorothy.
That's it.
All right. So you see no door here. You see no door on this wall. It looks like there's no doors on this building. Not on the three sides that you've seen, or actually all four sides. There's no doors, but you can still hear those kobolds shuffling around inside.
What's the structure made of?
The same type of earth and stone that is in that the cave is basically burrowed through.
Thank you.
Yep. It's like a. It's a building that has blocks, and it has the murder holes, and then it also has the grout and whatnot. So it's actually a pretty formidable structure. It's pretty tough. All right, so Aachen, what say you?
I move towards the block, and I try. Looking for a hole with my torch, and if I find a hole, I'm shoving the torch inside to try to look inside.
Okay, give me an investigation check as you're looking for these murder holes, and also move your torch as well. Kind of set the torch behind you or something like that, so it doesn't interfere with the targeting.
Set it here, Dave. Good.
That's how about behind you? Right behind you. There you go. That's perfect. Alright, so now I need an investigation check and drop it into the tower for me. Not only do you find the murder holes that you're looking for, you can also find a handle, and you see the outline of a door that is sort of like just perfectly matched to where it's really concealed well in the side of the wall. And you see it's sort of like a four-prong finger hole that you would just put all of your fingers in and kind of turn it. You see there's like a round dial as well.
I take my fingers and I turn the dial then.
Okay, so the door starts to slide to one side, and of course you pull your fingers out. So now you have access to the inside of this.
I stick my fingers in the hole.
Alright, so there you go. You can actually see the kobolds now.
The kobold just he's back again.
Yep. I was just turning them off and on. Alright, so you've got one right in front of you. As you open the door, you surprise this kobold. You hear him say, "Uh-oh." That's universal for "oh shit." There's a big Goliath in front of me.
Sounds the same as common. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Indeed. Uh-oh, I see. As
Well, you can't attack because you took your action to, you know, kind of open up the door and whatnot. Go ahead. You can attack. Fuck it. I don't care. Dave, you know that's not really technical, mechanically correct. I'm going to hear that in the YouTube comments. Alright, and you smash this thing. Dave, I believe the proper mechanic for that is at least a bonus action. Oh yeah, you run this thing through.
Indeed, I see.
Alright, so you can see that there's another kobold inside here. And he just throws his hands up. He takes his sling. He says something in Draconic. None of you can understand it.
It sounds
And
like a swear word to me.
he he drops the sling and then he takes his dagger out just with his two fingers, and he kind of holds it out in front of him and just lets go of it like one of those like toy cranes that you'd go and put a couple quarters in and try to grab a like a doll or something out of. He just kind of, like, the crane opens up his fingers as the dagger just kind of drops on the ground.
I move further in and secure the...
Alright. How much movement do you have left still? About 10 more feet? There you go.
I took 15 and took 10, so... I pushed the knife and so to the side.
Okay. Kick it to the side, sure.
Yeah, out of his immediate reach.
Yeah, you kind of slide it up to the wall behind you. Alright, so the kobold is there. He does nothing. He keeps his hands up. And he says in a broken type of common, he says, "Give up! Give up! Give up!" Alright, so the last kobold attacks Markish one valiant time with his dagger, hitting with a 20, doing damage. He does 5 damage to you, and then he kind of stands back and he puts his hands up, and then he just drops his dagger and he just smiles at you. Markish, what say you? As this thing just, the kobold in front of you dropped his dagger and just giving you this shit-eating grin of a smile.
That hurt. It's my turn.
Oh my god! Oh god, nice crit.
This should be lovely.
Alright, so
Do
how do you
do
run
anything
this
to
thing
make
through?
this-
No, it'll do it for you automatically.
Yep, it'll automatically add it. Isn't that awesome that it adds to crit already?
I want to hear how this happens.
Yeah, I gotta hear this.
As he hit me, I returned the swing with my warhammer.
Riposte! I
Smashed
like it.
he-
Sorry.
Smashed his head into the wall. It's crushed completely.
Yeah, it happens. And as you smashed him, it kind of picked his corpse up a little bit, several inches off the ground, and his feet are kind of convulsing and kind of kicking like he's trying to run. As he's just kind of smeared up on the wall, the stone wall. The upper part of his body's become part of the wall.
I'm going, and now that I've dispatched this peon, I'm going to investigate to see what my cohorts are doing.
Alright, you can see Dorothy just kind of rounded the corner. As you turn around, she just rounded the corner. Torch on the ground, Shem's, and you see that there's an opening on the side of this building now. And I'll let you do that. And now you're out of combat. So we'll go back to the top of the order. And Shem, what are you gonna do?
So this other one's standing there essentially given up, right?
Yeah, you can kind of step up a little bit and peer in, and yeah, you can see that he's got his hands up, and you can hear the dagger hit the wall just as Aachen kicked it over to the side out of his reach, and you can hear him say,
it's worth
"Give up."
intimidating to try and get some information out of him. I'm going to look over to Marcus, given that I saw his valiant display of crushing heads, and encourage him to get as much information from this kobold as possible.
All right. Sure. So as you
with that, I'm gonna walk forward and see if I can peer down this other hallway. Just
Sure.
kind of keeping a lookout.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I unlocked a token, so you guys can head down there, and you can see that this is another corridor that opens up into a quite a large room. But the interesting thing about this is there is I'm going to put a mark on the map. So where this marker is, there is what appears to be some type of like blockade that's clearly blocking this northern chamber from the southern chamber. And it stretches from one end of the wall over to the other end of the wall.
Pretty thick.
Yeah, it's pretty heavily made. It's barrels and boards and wood and half of a broken wagon and whatnot. It's pretty heavy obstruction. What's up, Dragonbait?
Does this go to the ceiling?
No, it doesn't. It goes probably up to about where your chest is.
Okay.
It's pretty probably a little bit lower, probably about to where your stomach area is.
Okay, so I'll kind of won't speak loudly, but I'll have Dorothy come over and see if she can plant herself next to the other side of the wall and look with me. We'll kind of investigate this.
Okay.
Together,
So
maybe.
the last thing that I do want to say to you is you can see that there is just where you're kind of looking around the corner where this is down here, this kind of like little circle with the little red coming out, you can see. That looks like a massive pool or a little puddle of like a churning lava that's in the ground. And beyond that, you can't see anything because it's emitting so much smoke. And you just can't see anything past that. Basically, you can't see anything about 15 feet past that barricade.
Okay. Does it look as though the barricade's on fire?
No, the barricade is not on fire.
Okay.
Definitely not. Alright, so, Dorothy, what say you? Yeah, I had to make a new campaign, Dragonbait. My 5e campaign was all bugged out for some reason. We can't hear you, Dorothy. Uh-oh. Yeah, so I had to make a whole new campaign, which is okay. I just want it to work for the players, so where they don't have all these errors coming up like it's been happening since last Sunday. So. Alright, so yeah, she's looking down the corridor with you as well, Shem. And you see the same thing, Dorothy. See the same thing. Like a wall of this hot mist. And you can actually, as you're looking down this corridor, both you and Shem, you can just start to feel the heat kind of creep down the hallway, you know what I mean? Definitely a temperature change leaving this chamber. Yep, sure can. Welcome back. So, yep. Alright, so let's go to Aachen. What are you doing, Aachen?
I'm reaching in my backpack, getting out the rope and securing that kobold.
Okay. Well, as you're reaching out, reaching into your bag and grabbing your rope, he reaches into his pouch really quick, and he, with just like the blink of an eye, he pulls out this scroll tube, and he says, "Gift, gift, 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 gift."
Okay, I'll take it.
And then he just kind of sits down in the corner of the room. Gift, gift, gift. All right, so he gives you this. He gives you a brass scroll tube, and then he kind of points over to the other kobold that's dead, and he says, "Prize, prize, prize."
I look over to that other kobold and I said, "Prize? Like,
Yes, 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 prize, prize. Jewel, yeah, jewel."
Okay, I'll look into the other kobold. I say to Marcus, keep an eye on this one.
All right, so you rifle through the belongings of the other kobold, and you find a beautiful topaz gem. And you probably think the value of it is probably around 50 gold or so.
Oh, pretty.
You see, shiny, shiny. You keep.
Okay,
He gives you 2
thanks.
gifts. All right, so Marcus, what say you?
Well, they suggested that we interrogate him, so I'm going to use my intimidation, and to do that I'm going to take my warhammer and show him the blood stains and the stains of the skull and everything, and brains on it.
Yeah, you're picking
And
the
I'm
skull
gonna-
out of the ridges of the hammer and stuff. Yeah, his
Yeah,
eyes get real
and-
big.
Tell me about this place, or you're next.
Oh yeah, he starts to, especially when you start picking, kind of like, he sees the blood and the bits of brain and skull on the hammer. He says, tribe, recruit by giants. Giants, we no worship dragon. We worship giants. And there's some kind of trouble between giants. Giants fight one another, and kobolds then fight with one another. And we serve fire giants. We serve fire giants. Yes, yes.
Ah, fire giants.
Yes, fire giants. We sent here, and we find treasure. We found scroll. We found gem. You have them now. You take treasure. Yes, yes.
We'll take everything.
You take treasure. Let Slithic go.
We'll consider it.
I say to him, he can go for me, but his weapons stay here.
Yes, yes. Yeah, Slithic leave weapons. See, we come here because giants tell us to. Slithic tell you everything. And
Why did they want you to come here?
because giant too big, silly. Giant too big. And these corridors are, all about 10 foot high. So a giant, there's no way, especially a fire giant. Yeah, those things are 30, 40 feet tall. There's no way a fire giant can navigate through these corridors.
Yeah, I already have a little bit of a problem, I think.
So what happened when Slithic and friends come here? We enter, and then, all of a sudden, chaos happened! And we attacked by men on fire! And they kill a lot of Slithic friends. But they went back into wall of fire, the wall of smoke. And we know, we built, yes, we killed one and it exploded, killed 5 of my kobold friend. He exploded and the kobold exploded too. Oh, it was nasty. Yes. And we built barricade. Yep. Whoever wasn't blown up was very badly burned.
And you can look at the kobold body, and you can see like one side of his face was like kind of burnt.
Yeah, scorched.
Yep.
So we put a barricade, and firemen no mess with kobold no more.
So as they're having that conversation, I'd like to search the kobold that died right behind me. And
Sure.
after that, go and fetch my hand axes and then meet them at the front of the room door.
Okay. You find,
Doesn't seem to be a threat coming from this barricade.
yeah, you're rifling through that kobold's belongings, and you can find another gem. You think it's probably worth about 50 gold or so. And on another one of the kobolds that you guys find a healing potion also. Now, back to the inside of the chamber, Slithic tells you,
We saw a large lump of silver in other room, and that's why we go in there. Then magma men attacked. Magma men, it like they come from lava. They just jump right up from pool and attack. Yes, and we also see a glowing fire symbol on wall. And big lava river running through room. It's impossible for little kobolds to jump over. Jeez. But we no get close. Kobold build good barricade and trapping barricade. Yes. Yes. Trapping barricade.
Tell me about this trap.
Well, if you try to take barricade down, barricade go boom! Ha ha! They go boom! Yes, boom!
All right, I'll kind of look to the group and ask what they've gotten out of them and see if there's any more to be got out of them as far as information if this goes.
so from all the kobolds, you find a total of 2 healing potions and 4 of these 50 gold piece gems. So I'll don't worry about adding any of that stuff to your sheet. We'll take care of it at the end. 2 healing potions, and anybody need a healing potion now?
Yep.
Okay. I can go ahead and add that to your sheet.
I think I'm okay at the moment.
Okay, and one of those is going to Shemgra, right?
If nobody objects, I'll take the other one since I just used the only one I can afford.
You don't have to put that on my sheet. I'm going to quaff it right away.
Okay, all right. Well, you could maybe take a rest or something instead of quaffing it.
Oh yeah, unless the party would like to rest. Yeah, certainly.
And we'll say that this is.
short rest.
We'll say that this is kind of part of. We'll say that all this interrogation and searching the bodies of the kobolds is part of an hour rest. All right.
Okay.
All right. So I'll go ahead and I'll add that to your sheet. Now, who's going to get the other one? Is it going to be Dorothy?
Yeah.
Nobody
Okay.
else.
All right. There you go. There you go.
How's
You've
Marquez
got.
doing? Did you find her?
Do you have one or two, Dorothy?
I had one and I quaffed it earlier, so I should only have one now.
Okay, there you go. I've added one. All right, and now you have these 4 topaz gems that are worth about 200 gold. We'll divide that up later on.
Dave, that
Yes.
hour rest, does that count as a short rest?
Yes, it is a short rest. Yeah.
Okay,
I've
so
used,
I have my stone endurance back if I need it.
Okay. Telling
Yeah, I
me.
used my
There you go.
hit die as well.
Okay.
And Dave, if you can look, I made a little.
Oh, did you make an action for Stone Endurance? Okay. 1d12 plus 2 self. All right, looks good, bud. And looks good. Yeah, looks perfect.
So,
It's easy to do.
Shem quaff that potion. I'm just going to stare at him while he does so and think about ale. And
Yeah.
drink time.
No, I didn't actually drink it. We took a short rest. So I
Yeah,
didn't
took a
mind
short
doing that.
rest. Yeah, you didn't have any damage
Still
anyway, so you
thinking
don't.
about ale and naked time.
Naked dwarves
I'm
and ale.
asking,
Nice.
Markash or Sham. Does anyone of you? I opened that scroll thing.
It's a piece of parchment with a bunch of runes inscribed on the piece of parchment.
Does anyone of you can make something out of this? Those runes?
Well, if it's dwarvish runes, I can obviously read that.
Definitely not dwarvish.
No idea.
I'm looking at it if it's giant. But I
Definitely not
don't
giant.
know if I- Oh,
Everybody
that's
looks, and whatever language you speak, it is definitely not in that language. So you're thinking of some kind of magical, incantation or something like that.
I'd ask Markesh, does he know does this kobold know what this says? What is this? Let's see if he knows what it is.
Let me look.
As he does it, I'd like to insight him just to make sure he's telling the truth.
Let me do a check with him.
It's magic spell. It's magic spell.
All right.
Only thing
Cleared
that
up.
I think it possibly could be. I just guess here. Maybe something that turn you into something else. Maybe like a newt, or maybe a kobold. You could turn yourself into me.
And then he kind of stops laughing as you guys are not laughing or smiling. He just goes, and just kind of shuts
I'm gonna
up.
shoot him a glare.
So I'll look to Markesh and Aachen and just say, I think he's outlived his usefulness, and walk away.
We've still got a barrier to get rid of. We might, and he said it's trapped. We could just throw him into the barrier.
Yeah,
No!
there's a torch. We could throw the torch in there.
Is there? I'm looking inside the room if there is any bigger rock?
There's a little bit of debris on the floor. Sure.
I grab one of the pieces of debris and